Hello English friends, today I'm going to talk about why the next year is wrong. So let's get started. If you say the next year and you're talking about the year after the current year, this is wrong. You need to say next year. Next year. So we remove the definite article, the. Why? Because there's no gap between next year and the current year. Next year is touching the current year. So we remove the definite article. We do not say the next year. So I'm recording this in 2026, and if I'm talking about 2027, which is next to 2026, I remove the definite article the. Alright? So instead of saying the next year will be 2027, I need to say next year will be 2027. The same rule applies to last year or the last year. So if I'm talking about 2025, I'm going to say last year because there's no gap between 2025 and the current year, 2026. They are touching each other, so we remove the definite article. Next, if I talk about next month or next week or last month, or last week, the same rule applies. If you're talking about next month, for example, we're in the month of March, and if I'm talking about April, I'm going to say next month. I remove the definite article. So I could say next month will be Easter, or Easter will be next month. So if we talk about last month, February, remember it's March at the time of speaking, so we're not going to say the last month, we're going to use last month. We remove the definite article, the. So I do not say the last month was Carnival. I'm going to say last month was Carnival, or the Carnival holiday. Alright? That is the rule. Now, if I'm talking about 2028, the year 2028 is not in contact with 2026. I must therefore use the definite article. For example, I could say next year in 2027, I will go to Australia on holiday. The next year in 2028, the next year, I will go to Japan on holiday. Do you see? With 2028 is not in contact with 2026. Therefore, we maintain the definite article the in that sentence. The same if I talk about weeks. Let's talk about weeks. Let's talk about last week and the last week. So I could say last week I played tennis. That's the week before now. That is the week before now. So last week I played tennis. Let's give you an example when we say the last week. Alright? If I'm talking about my holiday, my last holiday, let's say I spent 4 weeks abroad. I could say I spent 3 weeks in England, and the last week I spent in Austria. The last week of my holiday I spent in Austria. That last week isn't in contact with the present week at the time of speaking. Therefore, we say the last week. I hope that's clear now. It's a massively common mistake. Thank you so much for watching.